Welcome to the Chapter 1 podcast, your inside look at the people powering Charlotte's business scene. Real entrepreneurs, real stories, right here in the Queen City. We're here with Chad Trutt of You Animal. Chad, we're grateful to have you on the show, and let's start at Chapter 1. Tell us how you made your way here to Charlotte. What brought you here to Charlotte?
Oh, gosh. I'm originally from Durham, North Carolina.
Okay, it's not too far.
So just up the road. But I have lived in Atlanta, lived down in Florida, kind of the Tampa area for a little while. Moved over to London, lived there for 3 years, made it back to Durham, lived with my mom for a little bit, and got a job here in Charlotte back in 2011.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what was the cause for all the traveling?
The first one was a school in Atlanta. Moved with a girl into Florida.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't work out. I stayed, moved back up to Durham for a little while, met my wife now,
Mm-hmm.
then moved back down to Florida with her because I really liked the heat and just
From Miami,
I like
man.
Florida.
I totally
Yeah.
understand it. I miss it.
And I told her as soon as we started getting together and things got serious, I'm like, look, I really want to try to move back down to Florida. She's like,
Yeah.
I'll go with you. I was like, all right. So we just did it. And I went back to school down there. And then from there, I had to do an internship.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to set myself apart from everybody else. I was doing graphic design then,
Mm-hmm.
and they had offered to study abroad. And so saved a bunch of money and
Man, that must have been
just
awesome.
moved over there for 3 months. I liked the company that I was with. There was a museum and exhibition design company. They liked me. I liked them. I said, hey, I'd love to stay. They sorted out my work visa then, and we threw everything in storage. My mom took the dog and the 2 cats, and my wife moved over then, and we were there for about 3 years. And then the work visa situation got a little sketchy I'm taking a job away from
Sure.
a British person, and the renewal was only going to be for 1 year, and then the company I was with wasn't doing as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just let's just go ahead and move back, and moved back to Durham, lived with my mom for about 6 months, and then while I was looking for work, and then I found a job here in Charlotte at a sports nutrition company. Then, so I was doing a lot of the marketing stuff for them.
Awesome. So with somebody that's lived in so many different places, I'm curious, what's a unique thing about Charlotte that you've noticed or that you enjoy? Or is there anything about Charlotte that you like and enjoy?
I do. I like Charlotte, like the size of it and
Yeah.
everything. Everything's very convenient to get around. I used to work in Uptown for 11 years. I do not miss that commute anymore. I've noticed that the traffic gets a little worse and worse every year, but is what it is.
Yeah.
I do like the food and everything that
Yeah.
Charlotte has to offer, of course. And, when friends do come to visit from out of state, there is a ton for them to do,
Lot to
not
do.
just in Charlotte, but then just right outside the surrounding area.
Mm-hmm. So tell me a little bit about your business kind of journey, because it sounds like throughout all that moving, it was a myriad of different things. So tell me about your professional journey from where you started and then how you kind of made your way to what you're doing now with You Animal.
So started graphic design, working for direct mail companies. Direct mail, and then more direct mail. Kind of got stuck in that situation until I went back to school, and then that kind of opened up a lot more doors. Like I said, with the museum and exhibition design, doing graphics for them, and then from there, getting into that sports nutrition market, and then I was with that company for a few years, and then on to another more of a supplement company then, and was the graphic designer there for about 11 years. So I just did everything from logos, packaging. It's cool seeing your stuff in stores and all that, and GNC displays and stuff was pretty cool, but it got very corporate. The company got very big, and nobody's fault. I just wasn't for me anymore. But during that time too, I competed in bodybuilding.
Oh, wow.
Got really into just working out and everything, and then seeing family members get older and then their health just decline so much, then it just really hit me like I really want to help more people to stay active later on in life and have that better quality life later in life then.
So tell me a little bit about that transition period from working for somebody else to starting your own thing. Like what were some of the kind of unforeseen hurdles of that early phase of you're now no longer just waiting on somebody to give you a paycheck, and you're working for everything you do. What was those early years like for you?
It's the first year, so
Yeah.
it's
So tell me about the beginning of this process for you.
It's a little overwhelming at times, but then I just need to take a step back and just go through my list of tasks that I need to do. It's still, growing. I only have very few clients right now, but it's like I said, the beginning stages of starting a campaign and email, social media, all that stuff. So just doing everything on my own, but it helps me learn it more, or it like solidifies in my own brain instead of somebody just saying, do this, do that, you know, and then I feel a lot more, I don't know what the word would be, that I want to make money for myself and not for somebody else.
Yeah. It's easier to motivate yourself when you can see that this growing and doing better is going to directly benefit me. And it's harder to see when you're just a cog in the wheel.
Yeah. And just to have that one-on-one connection with people to help them, like I said, have that better quality of life later on in life then. And so hopefully get some things in place now to help that longevity then.
Yeah. So now let's get into more about like the actual thing, like what you do. So you're a trainer, but you're a little more unique than that, right? So like tell me a little bit about what you do now.
So it's online one-on-one personal training. We would first have a conversation about what your goals are, what you're trying to do. I would then program you by giving you a workout that fits your schedule and your lifestyle. And that way you're not waiting on me. I'm not waiting for you to show up at the gym on time to get a workout in.
Right.
So you're doing it yourself at your convenience, whether it's in the morning or in the evening. We talk about nutrition. I try to help you with your, may eat a little bit better, learn about your macros, your calories. If you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to gain weight, how does that work and everything? And then once a week, we would have an accountability meeting then to just make sure you're on track. Was there something in the workout you didn't like? Was there something that you did like? Do you want to increase it a little bit more, maybe add in an extra day? What's something, and it's just having that conversation with people and trying to build that connection, that relationship.
So that process, if I was somebody and I was interested, does it always look like, hey, this is the set plan, it's the same for everybody, we're meeting once a week and we're doing this? Are there some people where you just kind of do that initial consultation? Like what does the process look like for you when somebody comes to you?
So initial consultation, yes. Figuring out those goals, their why. Why do they want to all of a sudden now start working out or eating a little better, a little cleaner? Some of my clients, they're in their, one guy's 28. I have a young lady over in Amsterdam who's just turned 40, but my demographic initially started off to be people in their 40s, maybe 50s, because that's where I'm at now. I'm 50, and see how other men, because I went through the same thing, got kind of big, got kind of soft, wasn't happy with the way I looked. I didn't find myself attractive, so why would my wife find me attractive then? And said, I've got to do something. And I hired a trainer then at the time when I was 39. My goal was to see my abs by the time I was 40, which I think a lot of guys want to do at some point, And I was able to achieve that goal and went through some injuries after that, a low back injury, which kind of took me off course for a little bit, but I kept on training. Of course, COVID hit. I kept on working out at the house. I bought a at-home program from somebody online and just started doing that every single day, going for walks every day as well. And I kept my weight off, where a lot of people got a little bigger, when they went back into the office or when the gyms opened back up. I had a lot of guys come up to me and be like, dude, how did you've maintained?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I didn't stop moving.
Yeah.
I kept on working. So, I forgot where I was even going to go with that now.
No, that's okay. I got more thoughts and questions. So when somebody reaches out, do they have to have access to a gym? Or are there some situations where you're giving them at-home workouts? What does that look like?
I beat you where you're at.
Yeah.
If you do not have a gym membership, you have nothing at home, I can figure something out for you. We can do calisthenics. You can do calisthenics in your house. If you have an apartment gym, I would ask, just take a video of that so I can see. what machines that you have available to you, what kind of space do you have available to you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are at a gym, kind of same thing. I mean, most of the big box gyms, Crunch, LA Fitness, Fitness Connection, all those kind of like in the area, they have pretty much the same equipment, so I can program you for that as well. Even if you're going out of town, you're going to go to a hotel gym, I can kind of figure what they have there, give you something to do, or maybe you just do something in your hotel room, get a little sweat going, or even if it's just some mobility, some light stretching, stuff like that, as long as you're still moving your body.
So with you doing this online, does that mean you're able to work with clients not just locally, but kind of all over the place?
Oh, yeah. Yep. I have, like I said, a friend in Amsterdam. She's a client, so I program her. We have an accountability meeting this afternoon at 2:30. So it's, I think, 8:30 her time, 2:30 my time.
Wow.
It works out well for her, and she's a big traveler. So she's originally from San Diego, so she was just back in Texas for some work, and then on to San Diego, and then down to Mexico. And she'll just let me know, hey, this is the gym that I'm going to be at. She took some pictures, some video. Okay, I'll give you this program to do, and she can still get her workouts in then.
Is that like 100% of your clients are online? Do you meet with any of them face to face or no?
Don't meet with anyone. If they are local, I mean, eventually we'll meet. Have a gentleman who just signed up with me last week. We're going to meet. So I was a trainer at Burn Boot Camp for about a year. Big, huge group fitness, 40 to 60 people in the camp. They're having a open for the public workout next Friday, the 26th. We'll go to that together. I invited him to come with me because it's just a free workout and it's good community and everything. I like the people at Burn and what they have to offer. It's just a little different than they're also doing a hard mile on November 15th. So I'm asking people if they're local in the area, of course, to do that. It's a $25 registration fee, and that money goes to, I think it's Veterans Bridge. They help veterans with housing.
Awesome.
And everything. So I always try to be involved in those type of things. So the American Lung Association does a stair climb every March. Who else did something recently? Oh, the 9/11 Memorial stair climb. They raise money. Warriors Always Rise and local Patriot Coffee raise money for veterans that are in need and first responders. So I always try to do something with them as well. And then other little events throughout the year, Savage Race, Spartan Race, stuff like that. So I'm always kind of staying active. If I do have a client that's somewhat local, would invite them to, let's set this goal. Let's try to achieve something here and get you out of your comfort zone a little bit and do something that's kind of hard but is doable.
Sure. Well, it sounds like you have a pretty target demographic as far as like you enjoy working with the older crowd. Is that exclusively that? Have you found benefit in other age groups or what and also like what's your heart behind your what you're doing?
Well, I saw my father-in-law. He was in his 70s. He stopped moving, would complain about sitting a lot. His butt would hurt, and so he'd always need all these cushions and stuff. And we come to find out that that's all he would do was sit. And he developed a stage 4 bed sore on his glute. So that's why his butt was hurting then. But he saw him progress from a cane to a walker. Then he took a fall in the kitchen, was there for like 3 hours before a neighbor could come get him. They took him to the hospital. From the hospital, they put him in a skilled nursing facility. And he remained there for the last 4 years of his life, bedbound. He couldn't get up. Because he stopped moving for so long, his muscles atrophied, and they couldn't support him even standing up on his own, or him to his core muscles just to have that contraction of sitting up in bed. He couldn't do that on his own anymore. And to see that deterioration and that just poor quality of life, and to be in a skilled nursing facility is great, but good luck getting some sleep in there, because it is a lot of alarms and beeping that are throughout the course of the day and in the evening. And he was living over in Tennessee, so we would make a 3-hour drive once a month to go see him before he was in the nursing home, and then right after when he was in the nursing home that entire time. And so I don't want to see anybody go through that. And people don't think about that quality of life, that longevity later in life. They just think, oh, I'm just going to probably die in bed one day. And that's just not always the case.
Yeah.
Also, everybody, they're saving up for retirement, 401k, just investments, all that stuff. And how do you want to spend that money those last couple of years of your life? I can tell you a skilled nursing facility is going to run you about 10 grand a month. So all that money that you saved up is just going to go to this nursing home then, or for doctor's visits, medical care, stuff like that, if you don't take care of yourself now. And don't expect to start taking care of yourself when it's too late, because there will be a time where it's too late now. And it sounds like fear-mongering a little bit, but people need to hear that. Like,
I think it's one of the most interesting things, what you just said about like the investment, even just financially, where you're like, okay, I'm going to invest in a trainer. And it's like the amount that will save you in just your health, and all the bills are going to go to the long-term, you having to have more doctor visits and all these things. I mean, I'm an athlete. Like, I'm a big proponent of staying in shape. And I think that's one of the most fascinating things when I talk to people. And they're like, it's just not something I prioritize. And I'm like, it's actually going to save you money if you invest in this now.
Yeah. Yep. And people think it's a lot of money, and sometimes it can be, but it's an investment in yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you can get the most out of it. Sure, you can, if you join a gym, you can make that monthly donation every month and not go.
Yeah, right.
You know? But you need to have that accountability. Then, and that's probably the biggest part of my business model and everything, is to have that video chat, because it's going to be virtual. But I'm not pre-recording a video, having you fill out a form. I want to have that one-on-one with you for 30, 45 minutes, and, really try to make that connection then. Because I want you to stay in. I want you to feel that urgency and everything, like how important this is in the long run, not just now, but in the future. You got to think when you're 80, 90, hopefully, do you want to be in that nursing home, or do you want to be that guy that's still getting up, going for a walk, and being able to see his family, his kids, getting in and out of the car, getting off the toilet without assistance, all these little things that we just don't think about now. And maybe I think a little too much about them, but
are those conversations tough? Is it you ever deal with somebody who's tough to stay accountable with, and like, how do you approach that when somebody's not very disciplined?
Not yet. But it's always in the back of my mind of what would that conversation be. I think you're paying for this. I mean, if you, like I said, you can just cut me a check. And we call it a day. But I don't want that either. You know? I want you to benefit from this, to see the importance of this. And I have a lot of those type of stories that I can tell to maybe it might spark something, or have them even look at their own family, their grandparents, or, aunts and uncles. Like, what do they look like now? If they're really overweight, maybe they're in their 60s and they're doing fine. And you may say, hey, yeah, they're doing fine. They might be now. It's when they hit 70, 75, it hits the fan then, and it's just not good. It's just not good.
Do you do you come across a lot of misconceptions, like people that might not have the right view of what working out and having a trainer is, or what are some of the most frequently asked questions you get asked?
I need to be in shape first before I can do this, and that's how you get in shape, is by doing these things first. No matter what level you're at, you got to start somewhere. Yeah. No matter where. I had a neighbor who would say those things to me, like, for example, like the hardest mile. It's a very difficult thing to do. It's 4 laps around track. Your first lap is burpee broad jumps. Your second lap is walking lunges. Your third lap is a bear crawl, and your fourth lap is a jog or a run. It's going to take some time to do it. And I think as long as you're willing to sacrifice and just go out there and try something hard, try something difficult. Even if it takes you 2-3 hours, you've accomplished something that a lot of people wouldn't even attempt to try. So that's a huge win then. And that's all I want, to get you out of your comfort zone, Let's try something a little new. And if even that is just walking through that door of the gym or having that discipline and that making that time for yourself in your home to get a little quick workout in. It doesn't have to be, that's another misconception too. Like, oh, I got to work out for 2 hours a day or an hour a day. Do 30 minutes, do 15 minutes. You know, we can benefit from doing something instead of just sitting.
Right. What would you say is the thing that you love most about the whole process, about what you get to do?
I think just having those people realize how important this is to take care of myself now for the future. It's that investment now that's going to help in the future. And then seeing their successes, of course. They are super happy when they lose a little bit of weight, when the scale might not move, but maybe their measurements are going down. They're getting stronger. They're lifting a little heavier. It's just a combination of all those things, all those little wins. I get great joy out of seeing people make those accomplishments then. And you know, they're investing in themselves. So it's gotta feel good.
Yeah. So for somebody that, you know, maybe is in a similar industry, but maybe not, maybe they're just trying to transitioning from that phase of working for somebody else to doing their own thing. I know you're kind of in the early stages of this, but what kind of advice would you give somebody like that who's branching off and doing their own thing in just the limited time that you've been doing it? What are some things that you could help them with?
Invest in yourself as far as a mentor, a program that is for your niche then of what avenue you're trying to go. I've got a cousin who's a photographer, motorsports. What I'm doing, the program that I'm using wouldn't work for him, you know, because it's all about fitness. He would need to find that program to help him with just marketing himself and all that other stuff. So researching that, finding those courses, just those classes even. It's like you're going back to school again. And
got to continue that education, man.
Yep. So that's another thing I found. I didn't really quite realize it at first, but you know, that you're always trying to learn and you're always trying to improve yourself I didn't want to go back to school, and it's like I am going back to school, but I'm still pushing myself, learning new things, and you know, so there's like always that side benefit to it as well of starting your own thing and learning all this stuff from scratch. You know, even if you had a mentor, he's not going to tell you everything. He's going to let you figure a little bit out on your own, so you can have those aha moments and everything.
Awesome. Well, Chad, thank you so much for giving us some of your time. If somebody wanted to find you and get in contact with you, how could they do that?
uanimal.co, so just CO. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok under my own name, Chad Trutt, LinkedIn, Chad Trutt, Instagram, Facebook, uanimalhq, YouTube, uanimalhq as well.
Awesome. I'm Greg Prinz, host of the Chapter 1 podcast. You can find all of our information below. We're on Facebook, we're on Spotify, and we're on YouTube. Once again, we have been the Chapter 1 podcast.